All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the Chicago Bears. Just an unideal situation right now. Justin Fields is injured. We're currently recording this on a Tuesday. Justin is already doubtful for this upcoming weekend's game against the Las Vegas Raiders. So, assuming he doesn't play, that does mean we're going to see some Tyson Bagent. I personally didn't think Tyson looked all that great. What was that newspaper article that was already in love with him, pretty much already writing off Justin Fields? Yeah, it's just unideal, man. I want to know if you guys have been watching this channel all summer, all season. You guys know where I stand on Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears. I just simply want to know if Justin Fields is my guy. Now, this past Sunday, that game was disgusting. It wasn't a great football game. Even before Justin Fields ended up going down, he was just 6 of 10 for 58 yards, 0 touchdowns, and an interception. He did have some nice runs. He finished the game with 8 carries for 46 yards. But it just was not good. This was a Chicago Bears offense that back-to-back weeks had over 400 total yards. So altogether, you're missing a bunch of pieces like Khalil Herbert. You're missing a bunch of guys at the running back position, some injured offensive linemen, but still, man, you're taking on the 1-4 Minnesota Vikings at home. It kind of is a must-win game if we have playoff aspirations. But once again, just to hammer home my point here, I just simply, by the end of the season, I want to know if Justin Fields is my guy. And if Justin Fields is injured and he's missing games, well, that makes it a lot more difficult. Now, we're going to talk everything about that Chicago Bears game and just Chicago Bears in general. But before we do, if you guys enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily Bears content. Let's try and get this video to 100 likes. That would mean the absolute world to me. So let's actually start with the positives here. The Chicago Bears had their best defensive game by far of the entire season. It was the most dominant. It was the best, the most efficient, whatever you want to say. It was one of the best defensive performances I've seen from the Chicago Bears in a very long time, let alone this season. They held Kirk Cousins to only 181 passing yards. He finished 21 of 31 for 181 yards and a touchdown. They did a great job with the rush defense. They held Alexander Mattison on 18 carries to just 44 yards. That's 2.4 yards per carry. Minnesota in general on the day only ran for 46 yards, averaging only 2.1 yards per carry. There were a lot of guys on that defensive side, specifically new addition forcing that fumble in Tremaine Edmonds. Absolutely love the dude. We saw Jaquan Brisker have a solid game. You guys know where I stand on Jaquan. I think that dude is a future star in the league. I'm loving my rookie Tyreek Stevenson. Kyler Gordon is back. You love to see it. The defense played good. They just played good. They looked like a unit. Jack Sanborn, Justin Jones, everybody just was all over it. And Minnesota, I know they're dealing with some issues. I know obviously they're missing Justin Jefferson, so their offense is going to take a hit regardless. But with that being said, still Chicago did its job defensively. They put their team in a position to win the football game. And even though Chicago's missing all of these guys in their running back room, their rushing game still was phenomenal. They had 36 total attempts for 162 yards, averaging 4.5 yards per carry. And then you had that Tyson touchdown late in the game. This was one of the things the Chicago Bears last season were just so freaking good at. They were one of the best rush offenses in the National Football League. And even with Justin Fields, even with a healthy Khalil Herbert, it's just something that has been good. But, Justin Fields was kind of that, we're just kind of waiting for Justin to get going in the run game, right? He's only averaging, or before the injury, he was only averaging 40 rushing yards per game, which is a lot different. Still great for a quarterback, still works for me, especially because I want him healthy. But, we talk about it all season. I want him to lean into his instincts, do what he does best, and that is be mobile, be elusive, be a playmaker. That's what Justin Fields is. So that injury really is unideal. And, even like we said, even when he was playing, it certainly wasn't great. It just simply wasn't great. So it's looking like the upcoming starter is going to be Tyson Bagent. I'm excited to have a D2 football player start a game. I don't think it's going to go good. The good thing is you are going against the Las Vegas Raiders. I anticipate the Bears to heavily double team Max Crosby. Opposing offenses against Max Crosby when they double team him are actually quite effective and efficient. So expect a lot of double teams. It's still, I think, going to be a competitive game because I also don't think Jimmy G's looking like he's going to be slated to play. But Tyson's one of these players we didn't really talk about, or I didn't talk about in the preseason and in training camp, because Justin Fields is still my guy. Justin Fields is still my QB1. Tyson Bagent, all respect, all love to him. He's a 23-year-old D2 rookie. I mean, he got into the league. I have a buddy who's good buddies with him, but Justin Fields is better. And Justin Fields is QB1. And, we all know that. And I forget who it was, the Chicago Sun or whoever it was that put up that article about Tyson Bagent. Like, he improved in the fourth quarter, certainly. And at the end of the day, I guess they had a chance to win the game. But, I hate that narrative. I hate how people, and not Bears fans, I hate how, like, the media, and I hate that it's Chicago media, specifically in this example, that is kind of trying to push Justin Fields on his way out. I'm not a fan of it in the slightest. I think the dude can play. I don't think, Getsy and Eberflus are the coaches to surround him with. I know there's question marks with the offensive line, specifically with health. I know the offensive line can play. I know they've got talent, especially with new rookie right tackle Darnell Wright, but Justin's still my guy. Now, regardless, the good news for the Chicago Bears is, look, the defense is improving. The defense had a good game. You've still got guys like DJ Moore on your roster. You still got some great rookies, Rashawn Johnson, Darnell Wright, et cetera, and Carolina sucks. Carolina is god-awful this season. So, right now, if you take a look at a mock draft, the Chicago Bears do have pick number 1 and pick number 2. Now, we talked about it, I think, on our last Bears video, or maybe the Bears video before it. I'm not huge on Caleb Williams, especially when my Notre Dame defense just completely embarrassed him, but I know he has no offensive line. Like, I know the dude has no offensive line, and I know he's just a playmaker, and he's still in college, but the point was, I'm not trying to just throw the season out of the window just to have picks number 1 and 2 just so I can take Caleb Williams. Now, if the Chicago Bears actually do end up with the first and second picks in the NFL draft, I don't see any world where they do not take Caleb Williams number 1 and that they do not take Marvin Harrison Jr. at pick number 2. That would be extremely exciting. So it's kind of, a win-win, although, it sucks because, the Bears are 1-5 and we still have, 2/3 of the season left. And now, QB1 and Justin Fields is slated to miss at least one game, or highly doubtful to play this game. So it is what it is. It's not a great time to be a Bears fan right now. However, I still think the future looks very bright, and I still love watching Justin Fields play. So I'm excited for him to come back healthy. But that's really it for today. Yeah, man, tough. It's just tough. But hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily Chicago Bears content. But guys, give me some thoughts on the Chicago Bears game. Give me some thoughts on the Chicago Bears team. We're a third of the way through the season. Give me any positives. Give me any negatives. Feel free to rant. Do what you got to do in the comment section. I want to hear it. I want to talk and interact with you guys. So thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and we will see you next time.